Hey y'all, today I'm doing a pretty highly requested video of mine. Uh, Ever since I've begun making capes, I've had people ask me like, how do I attach this, or what should I get to glue it on and all that. So I usually make tutorials within the listings that I put on eBay, but as the amount of figures that my McFarlane releases keeps going up, it's leading me to not make as many because it feels kind of redundant. But now I keep having people ask, how do you attach this, and this? So I'm using this video as a general tutorial. I would imply any Batman cape. This one has more steps to it, but you'll see you can stop at some point and have the general gist of how to attach any cape. I'm sure there will be other videos that I'm going to have to make based on Batman capes, but for now, this seems to be a solid one that'll cover 90% of Batman capes. To start off with, you need the materials to attach the cape. Now all I use is a razor, super glue, and depending on the type of super glue, in this case this doesn't have a brush, I use Q-tips. Now, any type of super glue works, and if you want specifically the one I'm using right now, I'm using clear Gorilla super glue. The first step to detaching a cape from the body is to detach the part that connects to the back and the actual cape itself. Now what you do is you take your razor and you cut into the lining right here, as you can see, right where it attaches. It's okay if you cut up the cape since you're replacing it anyways. Just make sure not to cut up this piece, this little cow piece that you can see on the lining right here, because you'll need that piece for later. So what you do is you cut in. Just keep cutting till you feel it detach. A fresh razor is definitely preferable, but unfortunately I do not have a fresh batch of razors for this. You see, if you get to a certain point, you can literally just rip. Oop, the torso popped off. That's not broken, it's just it does that. You can see right there. And bam, you detach the back piece. Now the next step is to detach the piece that connects to the collar line. In much the same way you detach the piece from the back, you just find where it connects, which you take up this flap right here, and you see that point right there where the glue and neck attach. Now be very, very careful of this part because you need this part to glue over. So you take your razor and then you go in. Just dig downward. Oops, sorry. Dig downward, not left and right, just so you can get that angle and not cut up everything here. Trying to do my best on camera, but it's a bit hard to do. Yet again, if you cut it deep to a point, you can just rip it. Just be careful since the rubber's a bit thin, not to completely rip the rubber. If it's not going to go super easy, don't try and push it. There we go, one side's off. I did the other side off camera, but as you can see, the cape is now fully detached. Now, if you didn't have it detached, that means something's still grasping to the body, so you have to find it and cut that. But beyond that, the next step is to see this collar line right here, sorry. The cape that attaches the cow piece to here, you're gonna need to razor that down. Now, this part you go extra slow with, because it's pretty easy to accidentally just keep forcing it since the rubber's super smooth and thin. It could go slice. So be careful not to A, cut yourself, and B, to cut up this cow piece. So all you do is you just keep going a little slow. You don't need to go nearly as quick as I am because I have done this quite a few times. Just cut up to right here. Twist it at an angle. It also doesn't need to be 100%. Like the little piece of the cape, like right here, as you can see, is still there. You don't need to trim that off, but if you want to, you can still go back and do it. Nothing stopping you but yourself. Keep going. Keep going. cut there. Turn it to the other side. All right. See, now that piece is completely attached. Now you don't need anything from here. From now on, it's just attaching the actual cape you bought. Now, I'm gonna be painting this Owlman up a little bit with a bit of silver and redoing the eyes a bit. Just something I wanted to do myself, so if you see the figure change throughout this video, that is why. Now with my repaint done, which I'll show more footage and pics at the end of the video, it is time to actually get to attaching the cape. Now before you actually attach the cape, I do a little thing where you take the cape, which usually it's folded up when I ship it. You take the cape and you generally wrap it around specifically where you want to put it. So where we're going to be putting it is just about right in the middle of the neck. So one point basically connects to the other. So as you can see, you take it down there. Generally get the gist, push down the wire and all that. Then you take the other side, wrap it around, and try and get an even area. I know it's a little hard to display. Push down. So basically a general area. Like obviously it's gonna look better than this push, but you want to make sure it's pretty even around and all that, so you have that general look. Now that you have like the general idea of where you should wrap it around, it's the actual attaching part. So you take the super glue. Yet again, I'm using Gorilla Clear super glue. Any matters. I like the brush kind more, but this is just what I have. You take that and your Q-tip. All you do is you go around here, dip it in, you rub it onto the cape. Just do a thin layer. Try your best not to get over. I'm just looking more at the camera there. Just try not to absolutely flood the cape with super glue. So now they have actual glue on there. You take the cape, you attach it around, make sure you have it in the general area you started, and you press. And there you go, one side. I'll do the other. Take another Q-tip, dip it down, make sure there's no drip off there, rub it on. Now you take the cape, you go around, you push, and there you go. Now for your ordinary Batman cape, this would generally be the end of the process. I'd also mess with the wires a bit just to make it look a bit more even and all that. But yeah, this is the general gist of it. So now it's attached. Won't really come off. Can post it around, pull around, take pics with it. But for Owlman, there's the extra step. Now for the last step, with this little over piece, you do the same general gist you did with the cape. So you just put it around, position it how you like it, see where it looks good and all that. You can also do it without this piece, because this looks like a nice look in itself. But for me, I'm gonna put this on here. So, face down, that looks pretty good right there. So you take that, apply it up, you put glue on the bottom. Make sure to try and get your best, try and get everything. Sorry, it's a bit hard to do this one on camera. But yeah, you take it around. Press down. Then you take the other side, dip glue. Take that. Press. Probably didn't put enough glue on here yet because I'm doing it on camera. It's a little hard to do. press, and voila, you're finished. This is the finished product right here. Cape fully attached. Now everything should be fine. If for some reason this were to detach, you can just glue it straight back on there. But now you have a perfectly attached Owlman cape. Pose it around, do anything you want with it. If you ever take pictures, please do tag me on Instagram at DylanFigs04. And thank you. This is my second tutorial I've done on this channel, and I'm hoping to do more when it comes to more specific capes and all that, because this is one of those that took an extra step or two, as you can see. But yeah, this is a general Batman cape tutorial that works as well. So I'm planning on doing more videos on this channel, and to finish this video off in particular, I'm going to show footage and turntable footage of this this Owlman, along with a ordinary Owlman that at Toy Hunters Collective on Instagram, I'll put his link in the description, helped me with getting the initial cape done for this. Also, as you can see, I did thigh swivel, and a YouTuber named Bill Maru Customs, I believe his name is, I'll fix that in post if I got it wrong. His description, his link will be in the description as well. Proud to do thigh swivel and all that. But yeah, generally it. Thank you all. See you again.